everybody, T-Man again, bringing you fuckers another video, and this will be doing my Monday Night Raw review, the last Raw before Wrestlemania. That's right, guys, the last Raw before Mania, and just like my last video I did, I just shot a Brock Lesnar re-signing with the WWE. My thoughts on that video. Again, I want to apologize right off the bat about the fucking lighting in this video. I'm doing this video in my bedroom. I hate the lighting. I usually do my videos, which it's been a long fucking time since I did it in my normal place, hasn't it, guys? I usually do it on the table. Those of you who've seen most of all my videos, I do it on my table downstairs. Great lighting, and I usually do it during the day when my kids are napping. I'm doing it in the evening right now, Tuesday evening, guys. I'm trying to hurry up and pump this video real fast before 8 o'clock, before The Flash on the CW comes on. That's right, I do watch The Flash. Those of you who know watch my videos know that I am a comic book nerd, and I do watch those type of shows. So I'm doing that in the evening. My wife is home, so she's downstairs with the kids. I usually do the videos when my kids are napping, but I'm doing it now, talking wrestling to you guys. And those of you, quick updates before I start shooting on about the last Raw before video. I just shot a Brock Lesnar video. Please check it out. Also, this week I am going to be shooting at guaranteed 2 more videos. I'm going to be shooting a house show video review that me and my wife went to on Sunday here in California, that LA County area, Ontario to be exact, Ontario, California. We went to a house show, and I'm going to be doing a review on that. Those of you who saw my last house show, I did a house show video a month and a half ago. Me and my family went to Vegas, and we saw a WWE house show in Vegas. I did a review for that. I'm going to do a review on this one, and I'm going to compare it, compare house shows to the to WWE live events compared to TV tapings or whatever. They're completely different. Those of you who hate the product right now and completely hate TV, don't hate the house shows. We'll be discussing all about that in that video. Also, I will be doing my WrestleMania preview and predictions video later this week as well. Those 2 videos will be launching most likely towards the end of this week. I'm going to try to get them out before Friday. But right now, you'll have this video right here, this Monday Night Raw review, and also the Brock Lesnar re-signing with the WWE. This is Tuesday as I'm shooting this video, and Brock Lesnar has re-signed with the WWE. You can go ahead and check out that video and see what I think about it. But we will touch briefly on that because Brock Lesnar was on this episode of Monday Night Raw. So let's go ahead and let's get right into it. We kicked off Monday Night Raw, and before I get into, I'm going to go into segment by segment. I kind of got the results here on my phone. I did watch the whole Monday Night Raw. The first time in a long time, guys, I'm going to say right off the bat that I stayed up on a Monday night and watched all 3 hours. And, you know, good. I'm glad it was at least watchable. Was it a great Monday Night Raw? I wouldn't go as far and say it was great, but it was watchable. My God, the last few weeks have been so unwatchable. It's been on the road to WrestleMania, and it's been fucking unwatchable, guys. Monday Night Raw has been so unwatchable, so I was so happy jumping up off of my bed that it was at least just fucking watchable last night. It was watchable, and it was great. I mean, like I said, I think leading into a WrestleMania, this has probably been the shittiest lead up to a WrestleMania ever. Been really generic, been watering down main guys like for Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan, 3 guys who are fan favorites, and to me are the real 3 big fan favorites in the company right now. To be mushed in with no offense to R-Truth and those other type of guys in Stardust and be overshadowed in that is ridiculous. I mean, absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I'm gonna get into that in this review and also my preview review. So let's get right to the start of Raw. We started off Raw with Sting! Holy shit, we started off Raw strong with Sting. Of course, it always has to start off with a promo segment. They can't ever start off with a match these days or anything of the sorts. They always have to start off with a fucking 20-minute promo. At least we got to see it with something a little different. It was, of course, the same writing, the same BS, but it was with Sting, who we usually never get to see talk in the WWE. And I've always been the type of guy, I mean, Sting does do good promos or whatever, but I've never been a fan of Sting talking, especially in this gimmick. I've never been a fan of him talking. I've always, and not to mention, I really liked what they've been doing with this storyline, with just having him just point the baseball bat. Of which they barely just fucking brawned the baseball bat at fucking Fastlane. Was actually the first time he really brawned the baseball bat. To me, that's what I'm more of a fan of with this Triple H angle, was him just pointing. I don't think they needed him to talk, but it's okay. I mean, I'm not mad about it or nothing, but it's okay. I mean, Sting does do good promos. Believe me, it was so funny. I've never really been a big fan of Sting's promos, but because it was always too cartoony and stuff. But compared to everybody else's promos in the WWE, because a lot of the new generation of wrestlers suck at promos, Sting seemed like so good on the fucking mic. He seems so great, like so much superior than everyone else. And like I said, I've never been a big fan of the Sting promos because they were just so cartoony. And I mean, you see some of Sting's promos in WCW and stuff. They're just so cartoony. You're in the jungle, baby. Yeah, you know, it's just so cartoony. You know, I mean, they're good. They're good promos. He has a good voice and all that, but we're real cartoony. So he's over there, he's talking, saying it's so good to open up Monday Night Raw. This is what it's like to open up Monday Night Raw. Also something along those lines. Pretty cool promo, seeing Sting shooting a interview and opening up Monday Night Raw like a regular WWE superstar. It was really cool, and it probably meant a lot to Sting. I'm glad he was able to do that. And then you had Stephanie McMahon come in. They did a little bit of promo with Triple H, came out. And then Triple H had the sledgehammer under the ring. Sting had the baseball bat under his trench coat. They did a little thing right there. I'm not going to get all the way into what they said or whatever. Cool promo leading in the WrestleMania. Just, you have to show all the main stars going in the Raw right before WrestleMania. So, thought that was really cool. Real interesting. Next, usually I have it all written down. I have the results on the phone if I can remember everything that happened, and I'm just going to skim through everything, and I'm only going to focus my time on the big matches. What the fuck? Okay. God, my phone's been having a lot of pop-ups. If any of you guys know how to stop the pop-ups on my phone, I don't know if I have a fucking phone virus on my Android or what, but I keep having these fucking pop-ups coming up. It's really annoying. Anyways, Dean Ambrose and R-Truth. Dean Ambrose and R-Truth defeated Luke Harper and Stardust. Four of the 6 men, 7 men, or whoever the fuck's in that stupid fucking ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Match. So it was a tag team match. Dean Ambrose and R-Truth defeated Luke Harper and Stardust. That was okay. It could have been, I bet it was a really great tag team match, but the fucking commercial, I forgot what happened. Like, I wasn't really invested right before the commercial. Then it went commercial break in the middle of the match, which I fucking hate when they do that. And then when it came back, I just wasn't invested. So it was like, whatever. But like I said, not a big fan of this ladder match going in. I'm sure it's going to be good. I mean, you get that many guys in a ladder match, it's just going to be a demolition derby. I just think it's a waste of potential when you have guys like Dolph Ziggler and... I'm going to address this right off the bat. This happened later on with Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan having a match on Raw. And apparently, I didn't see this past week on SmackDown, but apparently they had a still showing performance on SmackDown. No shit. They just said, oh my god, they had one of the greatest matches on SmackDown. I didn't see it. I have to go back and watch that. No shit. That's the match everybody wanted to see for WrestleMania. It's the match everybody wanted to see for WrestleMania. And not to mention, when you have those two guys in there, that could still, not to mention with Daniel Bryan. without a shadow of a doubt, like him or not, you cannot dispute the fact that he's the #1 babyface in the company. You have the #1 babyface in the whole company that the crowd is no question behind. And not to mention for house show, this headlining. He's headlining the house shows, the live events with Kane and other guys. They're using him to headline and make money. They know he's selling tickets. He's selling tickets. And what are you going to do on television? You're going to bend over his little pants and fuck him in the ass. You're fucking him in the ass. Catch my breath for a minute. You're fucking him in the ass. It's WrestleMania time, and what are you doing? You're sticking your #1 guy, the guy that you're using to make money off of in live events and all this other shit. And I'm okay that he's on the title match. I'm completely fine with it. I'm okay. I got over that. It's okay. No big deal. Put him in another big marquee match. Put him in a match at least with Dolph Ziggler. Let them steal the show. Make the fans happy. Make them happy. And put him in the opportunity where they can steal the whole WrestleMania show. But the point is, they don't want him to steal the show. They don't want Dolph Ziggler to steal the show. They're putting him in a match where that's still going to be entertaining, but it's going to be a demolition fucking derby. It's going to be a demolition derby with all these other guys, and not to mention, like, I would have had Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan one-on-one at WrestleMania, still a whole show, and they'll probably compare it to the Macho Man and Steamboat match, that type of thing. Or if you didn't want to do that, Dean Ambrose had the three, arguably the three top baby faces in the company going at it on the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania. But you don't want to do that, WWE, because the point is, you don't want them to steal the show. You know they're going to steal the show. It's not ends and buts. They stole the show on SmackDown. They had a really great match on Monday Night Raw, but you didn't want them to do that. So fucking retarded. It just boils my blood that you would do that to your own company, man. It's just, why would Vince do that? And not to mention Daniel Bryan, and I'm going to talk about this in my preview video. They better have Daniel Bryan win this Intercontinental title match. They better. I mean, yeah, it'll be cool if Dolph or Dean or even Bad News Barrett. My God, what a surprise would that be? Bad News Barrett's been losing every single fucking match. House shows, been losing every single TV, every single non-title match, every single whatever, since he's won the fucking Intercontinental title. I don't think he's won one fucking match. Probably the most losingest champion of all time. Wouldn't that be something? Using that as a storyline, losing everything, then winning the Intercontinental title match. And if Daniel Bryan wasn't in the match, I would be pushing for that. If Daniel Bryan was not in that match, I would be pushing for Bad News Barrett to win this Intercontinental title match. But since Daniel Bryan's in this match, he needs to win, guys. He needs to. It's bad enough. It's okay. Like I said, it's okay that he's not in the main event. He needed to be in a big marquee match, in a one-on-one, or a still showing performance like he could have been in Dolph Ziggler. He's not. So he's in this Intercontinental title match. It's very important that he won. That he wins this match. The two losses, apparently he lost on SmackDown to Dolph Ziggler, and he lost to Dolph Ziggler again on Raw. I don't have a problem with that if Daniel Bryan wins at Mania. If Daniel Bryan wins at Mania and wins the Intercontinental title at Mania, then the two losses with Dolph Ziggler will be okay. Because that gives Dolph Ziggler momentum going into it, and that kind of leaves a little question mark over Daniel Bryan, and that would be okay if Daniel Bryan won at WrestleMania, bouncing back from those two losses. That would be okay. It would cancel each other out, and it would give Dolph Ziggler with two big wins over the former champ. And it'll give a little bit of adversity for Daniel Bryan going into the ladder match at WrestleMania. But he needs to win that match. No ins and outs about it. Since I skipped around a little bit and I'm already talking about Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, let's just go ahead and address that match right away. It was really good. I need to see that SmackDown one. They said that was a Match of the Year candidate, which doesn't surprise me. To the very best of the in-ring workers in WWE today going at it. Not very surprised by that, and having a great match, and Dolph Ziggler, again, like I just kind of addressed right there, picking up the win. So good for Dolph Ziggler, but like I said, Daniel Bryan needs to pick up the win at Mania. Let's see, moving on, skimming through my phone, for the results. Like I said, I watched it all. I just can't remember, man. It's a 3-hour of a clusterfuck of a show. Like I said, I was just happy, just watchable. There was one part that I kind of missed. It was after the Hulk Hogan, Curtis Axel thing. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Jesus Christ, my freaking phone is running so goddamn slow. Look at that, man. It's just loading the page. I don't know if you guys can just see that. Just loading the page. Come on. Oh my god, it's leaving me with my dick in my hands. I'm trying to do a fucking review here, and, Jesus, fuck. Come on. I apologize to you religious guys. I just used the Lord's name in vain. Sorry about that. I try to be a very respectful man. But, and as you can see, I'm fucking stalling, waiting for my fucking phone, because I'm trying to remember the next segment of Raw, because it's forgettable. Oh yeah, here we go. I don't know if this is the next match, but this is the next thing that popped up on my review on my phone. Ryback, Eric Rowan, Zack Ryder, and the Prime Time fucking players defeated The Miz, Damien Mizdow, The Ascension, and Adam Rose. You know what? Exactly what the results just said. I saw that match. Forgettable. It is what it is. All those guys are going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I will give my thoughts of who will win that match on my previous review video. Who knows what route they're going to go with that. Oh yeah, here we go. Next match after that, Randy Orton defeats Seth Rollins, J&J Security. Seth Rollins and J&J Security. Here's something that I really want to address that I find is very fucking comical here. Very comical. Is that for weeks now, the Randy Orton and Seth Rollins has been kind of headlining, been starting Monday Night Raw, and it's been kind of ending Monday Night Raw for weeks now. Why? Because they kind of had to. Because all the marquee matches at Wrestlemania are all part-time guys. Brock Lesnar's not there to really promote that match. That main event's really been the least publicized match. It's the only guy that really been publicizing that main event is Paul Heyman, and the announcers yelling, "Can Roman Reigns do it? Can he beat him? Can he do it? Can he do it?" We know he's gonna fucking do it, so shut the fuck up. Anyways, and then with Sting and Triple H, Sting is not always there. Undertaker's not there. Bray Wyatt's doing the best he can, promoting the match. So the Randy Orton and Seth Rollins match has been the most publicized match, and I love it. Now that so they've been leading Monday Night Raw and the Boarfest from week to week. Horrible writing of the storyline. I think they could have just did it by just having a personal rivalry all the way through. But for most of this lead up to WrestleMania, they've been teasing Randy Orton still being with the Authority up until 2 weeks ago, which was really stupid. They should have just had the big rivalry right away, had it really personal, and I would have had to go old school with the storyline, making the Authority say Randy Orton can't touch Seth Rollins, or he gets or he loses the match, or he gets suspended, or a clause like that. I would have made it like that, and just really have Seth Rollins really fuck with him, you know, and knowing that Randy Orton can't touch him. I think that would have been a little bit smarter and a better route to go about it. But I find it very funny. And here's what I was talking about. I find it really funny now that all the big stars was here. You had Sting, you had Brock Lesnar, you had the last Raw or whatever. They just sandwiched them in the middle of the card, which that's where they're going to be at Mania, so it makes sense. But no one was there the whole last couple weeks, where they had to kind of lead the show as ending the beginning the show and ending the show. But since everybody was here, and it was the last Raw, and they wanted it, the last image you see of Raw was with Roman and Brock, you got to see you got to see Randy Orton and Seth Rollins sandwich right in the middle, and it's just so inconsistent. Like the last leading up to WrestleMania, this whole time they've been kind of headlining Raw and been headlining the whole storylines leading into WrestleMania. But now, since all the part-time guys are here, the Monday Night Raw before Mania, they're sandwiched right where they're supposed to be in the middle. So I thought that was funny. I don't know if I'm the only one that thought that was funny, but I thought that was funny. and Randy Orton defeating Seth Rollins and J&J. But of course, I knew it right off the beginning that Seth Rollins and Randy Orton wasn't going to have any contact in that match. It was just Randy Orton beating up on J&J. So I thought that was good. Kept anticipation for that match. Whoever is looking forward to that match, it's going to be okay. I mean, it's fine. Whatever. All Divas Championship match. Nikki Bella defeated Paige. Thought that was interesting for a Divas match. I love my little British crumpet, my English crumpet, my little spot of tea that Paige. You know, those of you knows I just love Paige. I love Paige. She's a beautiful woman, in my opinion. I'm a happily married man, but yeah, moving on from that. And then there was more to that Divas, and you know what? And I will talk about more about that Divas rivalry and a little bit about that Raw thing in my previews and prediction video. Hulk Hogan and Snoop Doggy Dogg confronts Curtis Axel. Thought that was really, really funny. Snoop Dogg comes out. He was a guest there on Raw. Curtis Axel, I love the Axelmania shit. Completely love it. I got 12 minutes. I want to wrap this up because it's almost 8 o'clock and I want to watch The Flash. Thought that was funny with Hogan and Curtis Axel and Snoop Dogg. Funny little stint right there. Well, that's Mesadores and El Torito defeated WWE Tag Team Champ. Wow. Okay. Yep. This was the part I missed. I didn't see this part because after that match, I turned off my TV for a minute because my son couldn't go to bed without the TV, so turned it off for a minute, and that's what happened. I'm not going to tell you what happened after that. That part I didn't know. But I turned back on my TV after that. Then, yep, I was back up for this one. Rusev defeated Jack Swagger. I saw that match. I was back on. So I only missed that one segment. With that, oh god, my legs are cramping. Rusev defeating Jack Swagger. First of all, god damn, how many times do we have to see Rusev and Jack Swagger? How many times do we have to see the All-American lose to lose to Rusev? First of all, that match should never happen. I'm not mad about the finish. Obviously, Rusev has to beat Jack Swagger. I'm not saying Jack Swagger should win over. I'm saying that match should have never happened. You have, first of all, guys, those of you who don't know, WWE puts on 2 house shows a night. Like that night when I went to the house show the other night, they had another one in San Diego that same night. And they have about 9 matches on each house show on one night. Which means that's 18 matches. You do the math, that is a lot of fucking talent. You're telling me out of all that talent, you couldn't find somebody else for Rusev to squash other than Jack Swagger for the millionth time? You couldn't throw somebody else in there? Fuck! Jesus! And you want to know real fast what I find very comical? I'm gonna go through this real quick. You know what I find very comical is this. How many times every single guy, and not to mention Jack Swagger alone, how many times have he passed out due to the pain? He's passed out so many times due to the pain. Everyone's passing out due to the pain when it comes down to Rusev's move, the acolyte thing, right? Rusev puts him in there and everybody passes out. How comical is this? Just because there's no rivalry there between Rusev. All those times of Jack Swagger passing out due to the pain, this time because there's no rivalry there and it's just supposed to be a squash match, he taps out. After all those times of passing out in that move and taking the pain because he's a prideful American, this time he just taps out. Thought that was very funny. Cena comes out, they go into a little thing, promote the match, and I have thought for a long time that has been the best storyline and leading into WrestleMania this year. My opinion. You guys may differ. I mean, the last couple of weeks it really hasn't been that great for the lead up, but just I really liked how defeated Cena's been during this thing, and it should be really interesting. Bray Wyatt addresses The Undertaker. Bray Wyatt knocking it out of the park again, being the best, in my opinion, of all the new wrestlers, out of all the new generation wrestlers. Bray Wyatt being the very best promo guy out of the new roster, other than Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is too good too. Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt is probably the 2 best out of this generation, and I already addressed the Ziggler match. Yeah, I already addressed the Ziggler match and Daniel Bryan, and that's leading us to the end. Roman Reigns confronts Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman not getting out of the park again. He could shoot a good promo in his sleep. Brock Lesnar addressing it. Nice little promo. Roman Reigns comes out. They go face to face. Brock holds up the title. Roman Reigns takes it from him. They do like a little tug of war. And that's how Monday Night Raw ends, with a little tug of war. It's just whatever. Like, this whole build-up has just been mediocre. It's been whatever. To me, it only gets interesting now because Brock Lesnar resigned. That's the only reason why now I'm more intrigued in it. Before, I was just thinking, okay, Brock is just going to hand over the title to Roman Reigns, and then maybe, possibly, we're going to hope for Seth Rollins cashing in the Money in the Bank and giving us a big all. But now, the spectrum's all open, because we're now, us as fans, we get the question, well, will Vince change his mind? I don't think he will. I still think Roman Reigns is still going to win, and we might question mark get what you may call it, Seth Rollins winning. I still think Roman's going to win, but like I said, if they're smart, they would give everyone a curveball, have Brock win, then still maybe having Seth Rollins cashing in the Money in the Bank. And then this way, it leads up the storyline for later. If he did that, I addressed this in my Brock Lesnar video, and I'm just going to address it real quick, is what I would do is I would have Brock Lesnar win the match, being an absolute battle, having barely eking out the win, beating Roman Reigns, and having Roman Reigns come up a little bit short, and so that means later he's gonna have to come up with adversity, and then you could have Seth Rollins come out, cashing in the Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins winning the match, winning the title, cashing in the Money in the Bank, beating Brock Lesnar after Brock Lesnar barely eked out the win. And then Brock Lesnar goes on his little hiatus until SummerSlam or whenever it is that he comes back. And then you could have Roman Reigns now having something to do, going after Seth Rollins, and then maybe having him win right before SummerSlam. And then you could have the big return WrestleMania rematch at SummerSlam, having Brock coming back and Brock saying, you know what, you never beat me for the title, and having it be that or a triple threat match with Seth Rollins, but having those three guys really intertwined in a storyline, I think would be very good, and it could really keep the storyline going for a little bit longer and making it more interesting with Seth Rollins involved. Anyways, that's going to conclude my Monday Night Raw review. Sorry if I was missing little key points here and there. Again, 2 more videos coming later this week. But you got 2 videos. I only have this one and my Brock Lesnar video that I did. And later this week, I'm going to be doing a fun, just for fun, house show review that I went to and comparing it to TV tapings. And also my review preview video of WrestleMania 31. And that's it. And again, guys, I'd like to thank everybody who watched this video and who supports this channel. And I want to thank everyone, the few people who have taken the time to comment on the video and said nice words about it, saying that I enjoyed the video or good job on the videos, or all the kind words. I really do appreciate it. You guys are the rare people. I don't get a whole lot of views or subscribers yet. I've been doing this since November, and it's a slow burn. It's a slow build. I'm trying to build this up, so I do appreciate that. I do put a lot of work into these videos, so I do appreciate all the time and that you guys take on watching the videos. I put a lot of time and thought into me shooting these videos for you. So, again, a thank you to you guys. So, again, like, comment what you liked about the video, comment what you didn't, whatever. I really do appreciate all your comments and your likes. Please pass on the word, share this video, share this, let's spread the word. Let's put my name out there for my voice could maybe reach more people if you guys like what I have to say about wrestling today. Also, that's right, I'm probably going to be doing a 3-week in a row video of all the Lucha Underground, because those of you who know that I love Lucha Underground. So until then, guys, enjoy these videos, enjoy all the other wrestling promotions going on, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye, guys.